So, are you from New York?
I am from New York.
Because you know what, I seen that number a couple times. I'm like, who?
Oh, my number.
Who is this calling here? And I'll tell you what, I didn't try calling it back because I've been getting all these calls from senators and governors because it's election time.
Right.
So when they come up, I'm like, forget it. And then I'm getting calls from the Cancer Society. You know, you can donate once, and they think you're supposed to do it every month.
Right.
So I'm getting their calls, and I'm getting all these calls, and I'm supposed to be on the do not call list, and everybody's still getting through. And I don't know how.
Right.
So,
Yeah, that's my number.
When I see that number, I'm like,
no, it's just
not
me.
thinking that it was you guys.
It's me.
Very understandable. If I don't recognize the number, I'm not gonna answer.
Yeah.
Right.
My mom's
If it's
the same
important, they'll leave a voicemail.
Yeah, because it's getting crazy. I'm so many of them, and I don't understand
How
where
they
they're coming
give you a
from.
number?
I don't know. I'm getting calls from Maryland. You're not from Maryland, are you?
Or no, I get some from Arizona, California, like Tennessee. How did you? I don't even own a car. Like, I'm not even in debt. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, that's a scam.
Right,
So
I know.
watch
And
that.
I always hang up because sometimes it's just them trying to get your information. So.
Right.
Okay. So basically, I guess we'll start with just like.
Did you grow up in Mount Pleasant?
Yes, I did. Many moons ago.
Did you always were born in Philadelphia and born in
No,
Pennsylvania?
I was born here.
In New York? Here.
Oh
Oh.
no, I was born. My mother and father are from this area,
Okay.
and so I was actually the hospital was Bryn Mawr.
Okay.
Bryn Mawr Hospital is where I was born at. But I lived in Mount Pleasant all my life except for my grandfather owned apartments and they burned down. So we had to move to Berwyn for a year. And then we came back and, my grandparents owned a restaurant where my other brother lives up on Upper Gulf Road. And so they took the restaurant and turned it brought it back into, it was a house and they made it back into a house and we lived there. And then my mom kept having kids. So, then we moved here.
Okay.
How many siblings do you have?
It's 6 of us all together.
Wow. How many brothers? How many sisters?
2 brothers and 4 sisters. 4 of us all together. 4 girls.
Okay.
Right.
So how was it growing up in Mount Pleasant? Do you have any fond memories?
Well, Mount Pleasant was great because Mount Pleasant basically consists of 4 families. It's either the Byrds, the Austins, the Holidays, the Morgans, and the Dean's family, basically, I would say. So everybody knew everybody. You didn't lock your doors. If you weren't doing what you're supposed to do, trust me, one of the neighbors told it because everybody was like family. So I'm telling your mother you did this, or and the way we were raised that if you did something wrong, our parents would say, don't wait till I get home to discipline them. You get them, or we'll get them too. So you knew you had to watch your back all the time because it's either family or somebody was going to tell. So, but we had fun. It's not like what these kids do today. We went up to the center. There used to be a community center up the street, and they had all kind of activities, and they had what I want to say. God, it was so long ago. You went up there and you did your homework. They had tutors, right? And they had baseball, all kinds of things that they did up there. And in summertime, they had like I can't even think. So this is what happens. You get dementia. We had picnics and things like that up there. So it was always stuff to do. And our parents, you knew what time to be home for dinner. Don't let them have to come get you. You know what I mean? And we just, it's so different from then to now where these kids just sit in the house on video games. It's like, are you serious? We hated to come home.
Right.
My
grandparents were the same way. It's you stay out. Once you eat your breakfast, go outside, no coming in and out.
Right.
Like, it's nice outside. There's nothing to do inside.
Right.
Besides me on the phone or...
Right.
So.
I just can't believe how these kids just sit in there. Like, where I live in Pottstown, there's kids in that development, and you wouldn't even know it unless you were home one day and seen the school buses come. They never come outside. Never. The only time you'll see them is like Christmas Day maybe, and they got something that's like some kind of game or something. They'll be playing ice hockey out in the middle of the street or something like that. Other than that, you don't even know there's kids in my development at all.
Wow. And are these little kids?
Little kids, grown kids. You know, it's like, really?
At least, you know, go outside and play basketball or something. Kind of roller skate, do something.
You don't see them do anything. I mean, I'm like, well, I guess the parents are fine with it. They don't have to worry about running around after them. I guess I just don't understand it. But we love being outside. In the wintertime, we'd have our snowsuits on, and my mom would smear lotion all over our faces and say, "Get outside," you know, and you know, we'd come back in and the clubs are soaking wet, and we put them on the radiator and to get them dried, and we'd go back out, put some socks on our hands and go back out, and she'd come back in and they're soaking wet. She said, "If you go outside one more time, don't come back.
Stay out.
Stay out, or either stay in, one or the other, you know." But we had fun as kids, you know, making snowmen and doing all kinds of stuff. These kids, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it at all.
You took advantage of your neighborhood and the outside.
Right.
Which is good.
Right. We had our little dolls and stuff, and we'd be playing school and.
Outside. It's nice most of the time, so
right.
It's better than being up in the house and just sitting there and
looking
at a TV. That's not even good for your eyes.
Right.
So
exactly.
So when did you leave Mount Pleasant and move to Pottstown?
I left Mount Pleasant. Let me see. I was in my 20s, actually. And then I got an apartment. And I stayed there for like 4 years, and then I said, you know what, why am I paying all this money when I could be buying a house?
Right.
So I didn't mean to go that far, and I got, you know, well, I had two different realtors working on it, and the one took me up to Downingtown. I said, no way, I don't want to be in Downingtown, because I worked in King of Prussia.
Okay.
And, you know, he took me to you know, a couple of houses, and then he says, well, you know what, I want you to go to Pottstown. There's a new development going up there. I said, well, I'll go look at it, but I'm not moving there because that's like 20 some miles away from here. So he takes me up there. He says, well, I just want, you know, you to look to get an idea of what you want. So I did. And the house he showed me, it was okay, but I wasn't crazy about it. And as we were coming out of the development, there was a house for sale, and it was my house. I said, that's the house I want. So he said, well, wait a minute, let's go check it out and, you know, go back to the office and see what they want for it and all that. And we did, and I went back and looked at it and put a bid on it. And that's where I've been for 20 some years now.
Not to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Home like that. Do you have any children or?
Absolutely not. you know, you say, one of these days, after I get all my partying done and do what I want to do, you know, then I'll have one. Then I was like, okay. And then you start getting too old, you get set in your ways, and you like forget about it now. So, no kids. I got enough nieces and nephews that I don't need to.
There really have enough little kids
I can give them back.
Right. They can visit and go back to their parents.
Absolutely.
So while growing up in Mount Pleasant, what would you say? I know you mentioned a lot of the families that kind of lived in the area, but in terms of like race, like what was it a lot of African Americans, or were there a lot of like Caucasians, or was it kind of diverse neighborhood?
Basically, the whole neighborhood was black. Except for the guy that lives 2 doors up, Tom. He moved in. He was like a young hippie. Really nice guy. And he moved in, I'm going to say, in the 60s or 70s, because his daughter's a nurse at Paoli Hospital now, so she's about Todd's age, so I would imagine, I'm thinking in the 60s or early 70s he moved in. Very nice guy, and he's still here.
Wow.
So, and then, like now, we've had a couple that have, well, there's one that's down the street now.
Okay.
I don't even know who's here anymore, really, to be truthful with you. I know there's a couple that live down there somewhere. The college kids. Who else? Oh, there's Tom, and then there's the girl on next to Tom. Other than that, I don't know who all else is here, to tell you the truth. But there's not a lot of whites in the neighborhood that I know of yet.
Okay.
Now, a couple streets over, there might be some, I'm not sure.
Right.
So.
We did see a lot of the houses when we took a tour of the neighborhood. We went and we walked and saw kind of the newer houses that were even in the house like kind of next on the same street that they're adding, which is making like multiple families live in. Kind of just seeing how the different homes, you can see which homes were here for a while and which homes are clearly just putting in now. So.
Yeah, like you're talking about this one right here.
Right next door, right?
Right. That house was almost just like this one, and they tore it. The guy that bought it was a white guy, and he was going to try to fix it up, but I guess there was so much damage because I had set, with no one in it for so long, and that he tried to do it himself and couldn't do it. So he sold it to, I guess, a developer or something, and they started putting this up. And I heard this is outrageous for what it's going for.
I can imagine.
I'm like, are they serious?
Right. It must be. I remember when we were walking by though, we thought it was like a one family home, but there are multiple like different apartments in, which would make it a lot smaller. So.
Oh, I thought it was just two.
I don't know. What was it, 2 or 4? Something like was it 2 or because I know.
Or maybe it was like 2 houses with like 4 bedrooms in it, but even
Oh, I don't know. Todd would know. I don't even know what's in the thing. I thought they would have been done by now. But,
I mean, it looks really nice, but
Todd said it's small. I'm like, how do you know?
It does look really small though. For all that to put, you probably inside maybe.
Growing up in Mount Pleasant, did you witness any other changes, any big changes as you grew up, or did it stay pretty much the same?
To me, it's pretty much the same. A lot of the older people, they've passed, and most of the people that I grew up with, they're gone. They had their own family and their grandparents now and everything. So there's not too many people here that I went to school with that's left. There's still some left, but not that many.
Right.
To tell you the truth, so. And I'm not here that often, so I really don't know who is really here. Because sometimes I'll come through here and I'm like, who is that? Oh, this is so-and-so's grandkid. Now they're grown, So now I'm like lost of who is who.
Right.
So, but basically, if I came through on a summer day or something where people are sitting out, I know who is who. Some of them anyway.
Right.
Because I still have a lot of family that is still here.
Okay.
So.
Have I ever spoke of any disturbances by the college students?
Not really to say. Once in a while, I heard that a couple of times they'll have a party, which is expected. I was young too. And they might get a little carried away. I'm not saying it's the owners, you always get somebody at your house that's going to act crazy. And, college kids are going to be college kids unless, you say, hey, look, you're not going to be doing this and doing that, But I haven't heard any bad things, really, no.
Okay.
So, just trust me, if they were, they have, where is it, they have a Mount Pleasant Community Committee or something, and I'm sure it would have been dealt with if they were really out of control. But as far as bottles and trash and all that, I don't think that happens. I haven't heard anything about that kind of stuff. So, then again, I don't live here. I don't know. But I've never heard Todd saying anything. I know he has told me one time they were really loud one night and it woke him up and he had to go up there and find out what the problem was. But other than that, he really doesn't even. He don't care anyway. As long as they're not disturbing him,
Right, exactly.
He feels like kids are going to be kids. What the hell? But
As long as you're respectful.
right.
And even if you do want to have a party, at least let your neighbors know and say, and see what they feel like is respectful.
Because I know when I was a teenager, I used to have parties where I used to have a party for Easter. I had one in the summertime, and I had one at Christmas time. In the summertime, I always had bands that played. But I would go to, like, the lady that lived here, Miss Holiday. She was like in her 80s and 90s and stuff. But I went to every neighbor on this street and told them that I was having a party or whatever. And, that way, and I would tell her daughters, because, she would say, thanks for letting me know I'm going to go stay with one of my daughters. Because she was older. But, I always cut the party at a certain time or made them turn the music down at a certain time. But I knew, she was next door. And they appreciated it. And then at the end of the night, my parents made me walk up and down that whole street to make sure there was no trash in front of anybody's house.
Wow, that's very considerate, very neighborly of you.
Yeah, we had to walk up and down that whole street with trash bags,
to make sure
there was nothing, but my friends were pretty good. They knew better. I had trash cans all over the place, so they knew better than even do that.
I feel like part of you have to have enough trash can just to avoid, even if you're going to tie garbage bags up, just something to avoid people from just putting it anywhere and messing up other people's property. Right. So that was pretty good. And
the thing was, if I had a party outside, they either stayed there or you leave. You're not lingering around in front of people's houses and stuff. That they weren't allowed to do that here.
So, at least there were some set rules that everybody could be respectful towards. But I think what all that also has to do with, like, in terms of time, because now even I feel like you go to a party and set those boundaries, but some people again are not respectful in terms of, like, even when that's how you have to be careful who you invite to your home with these parties, because not everybody is going to respect things in the street, and then you're responsible for that. So you kind of do have to be mindful in terms of that. So what else? Where exactly is Pottstown from?
Pottstown is, I'm going to say, about 25 miles from here. It's like going towards, I don't know if you would know. Did you ever go to the outlets?
Like Limerick?
It's past there. I'm not far from there.
Oh, that's your drive.
I kind of figured you'd been to the outlets.
I was like, okay. I was like, Limerick. It wasn't far, but it wasn't like around the corner.
Did you like it?
Okay, the day I did go, we didn't dress appropriate. It was really windy and it was freezing, like to the point where the wind is like stopping you from walking. So I was like, we left. We couldn't. It was too cold.
I can't understand why they didn't enclose it. That's brand new. They should enclose that place.
It's good for the spring. I was like, I can come back in the spring or the summer.
In the summertime, you will burn up because it's all cement. You have to you better know what store you're going in and get in there. You know what I mean? I thought that was the stupidest move they ever made.
But a lot of outlets, that's what, because even when I go down to Florida or different places, they're always outside.
That's crazy.
Guess what the deal is to get you,
Well, they're not getting me, and plus I don't think they're cheap.
I don't know. What about maybe King of Prussia?
Well, King of Prussia is not cheap either.
The outlets are better than King of Prussia.
Bless you.
I love this guy. He's got this, whatever that, I can never find it. But he's got something.
When you walk by it, it sprays?
I guess, I don't know what it is. It smells good, but it drives me crazy.
It's that, or it could be like incense. I know my mom puts those up. It's like an air wick thing.
Oh my God, wait a minute. So what year are you in?
Sophomore. We're both sophomores.
Available built-in Wi-Fi. It's Johnson. That's expectation shattering. That's the new view. Now get cash back for a sweet 16% of MSRP on Buick vehicles in stock the longest. That's nearly $6,300 on this LaCrosse. Hurry, this offer ends Tuesday. Get the option you forecast in your car. And here's Miss Melanie on Radio 104.5, where it's all about the music.
How many more years do you have?
2.
I'm good. I'm almost there.
They fly by these
I
college
knew,
years.
literally. I was like, oh my god, junior year, I'm just thinking how fast high school went by.
Wow.
College is,
College
I'm in
has
no rush.
semesters, you know?
Right.
Do you like it at Cabrini?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Well, you're in a good area because they got a lot of stuff around there to do. Wow.
What else would I say?
Do you have a special memory or one memory in particular that sticks out to you about Mount Pleasant?
All I can say is we always had good times, you know, and everybody knew everybody, and it was like one big happy family here in this neighborhood. It really was, and I kind of miss the old times, you know, when you know, we would have cookouts and Christmas time, and everybody just went from house to house to house. You know, I don't care whose house you were at. Everybody did like a buffet thing, and whatever house you went to, then they would tell you, you better be at this house, and I better see you. And you're like, well, I can't make everybody's house. Well, I'd be tore up. But wherever you, I don't care if you were fired up or whatever, wherever if you felt like staying there, you stayed there. You know, when you went there, you had to eat at everybody's house. You know what I mean? That's just the way. You know, they're gonna force the food on you. They're gonna force the drinks on you. You know what I mean? You're not leaving here. I don't care what you say. You're gonna have this. You're gonna have that. So you had to make sure you take a little bit of this, and this has a little bit of that. So anybody, and it was so amazing. A lot of people, which I didn't realize, like my brother, he was like what they call the Pied Piper. He always brought people on. I'm like, don't they have family?
That's how, honestly, my family is the same way.
And it didn't dawn on me till my mother. My mother worked at the state hospital, and she used to bring kids home from the state hospital. I'm like, well, why would you bring these kids home? You're gonna have people thinking we crazy. And she said, look, the people in the state, there's more people in the state hospital that have more sense than the people in the street.
Right. Right.
But she said, you know, a lot of those kids, my mom worked with the adolescent unit. She said, a lot of these kids are basically behavior problems. Their parents, you know, a lot of them had so much money, it was unbelievable. But they had been through the court system so many times because they wanted attention that the state hospital was the last place to send them. So a lot of them, all they needed was some affection, and my mom gave it to them. So she would bring them home, like for the weekend and stuff. I'm like, everybody gonna think we crazy.
Did you like having them over though?
Well, not at first I didn't, but then you started getting used to them. You know what I mean? And they were just glad to be in an atmosphere where people cared.
And other kids to play with.
Right, right.
That's good. Sometimes that's what they're missing is that attention at home. And
right, exactly. That's exactly what it was. It was unbelievable. So like they would be here and they seen what it was like to have people come from all over and have family and just, it wasn't about the presents and this and that. It was just about, you know, uniting with other folks and people just understand that, hey, it's a holiday and it's all about everybody coming together, you know, as one really. So, but that's basically what we did, you know, everybody's house and having fun, and nobody really cared. You got, well, I did. I wanted at least one gift anyway.
you can say it's not about the gifts, but it really is something. Something's better than nothing.
But that's what I miss. I miss all that, 'cause like all my uncles that used to do all the barbecuing and stuff. They're gone. So, and now they're trying to make the younger generation do it, and they just don't want to do anything, so.
My family's the same way. We have Thanksgiving's a big thing. My mom, everybody brings their own dish. My grandmother cooks a lot, so we're trying to get me and my cousins, everybody to get on. Okay,
Right.
what are you gonna start bringing, just to keep those traditions alive? Because if we don't, we're not
Right.
gonna see each other.
Right, that's
And
right.
then you kind of lose connection with the family. And
Right,
it's
that's right.
you need them in the end.
Right,
So
that's the
it's
truth.
So I know you were saying you work in King of Prussia. So what exactly?
No, I work in Norristown now. I work for Verizon.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
So we basically, what I do is we store and stock all the equipment that the installers and the linemen and them guys use, and just make sure they have what they need when they get out. But I'm on my way out the door because I have 41 years with them now.
Wow.
I'm tired of it. So I want them to make me an offer I can't refuse. And I'm going. Hopefully this by summer.
Well, that'd be good.
Yep.
That's nice. That's exciting.
I want to sit on the porch with my shoes off,
Yeah.
eating some watermelon. Watch everybody else.
That'll be nice though. That is Verizon though. I have Verizon. They're pretty good.
That's good.
Expensive, but
Well, we have the biggest network in the nation.
right. It's worth it. 'Cause
Right.
wherever I go, I do always have service. So I'm like, okay.
We have more
Thankful for that.
cell tower than anybody.
Right.
That's the only thing good I can say about it.
Sometimes they're pretty good. They're better
They've
than
been good to me all these
T-Mobile
years.
and Sprint. I have a family member that works for Verizon. She's always on it and helpful, but sometimes you get a little frustrated with them. Okay. But
I think that's a majority of our questions.
right. What else? You're supposed to talk about if you religious background. You grew up in the church or
Well, we all had to
Right.
at one point. I feel bad I haven't really been lately, but yeah, we had to go to Sunday school, church, afternoon service, all that. When you're home with your parents, she didn't care if you partied all night long. Her feeling was, if you could hang out in the clubs, you could hang out in the church on Sundays. So we knew we had to go to church no matter what on Sunday. So.
I remember that. I just kind of got it left in since I'm away now, but before when I was young, we had church every Sunday.
Absolutely.
Choir rehearsal on Friday.
Absolutely.
I think my grandparents are really into the church, and Bible study camp every day.
We did that too.
But honestly, you meet a lot of new people. I've met a lot of people through church, and they end up helping you a lot. Just because they knew that for me, going to church and when you come to college and stuff and when you need anything, they're always willing. Once they see you doing something good,
Right.
they're always willing to help. So.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I think a lot of these kids, we were made to go to Sunday school. That wasn't it wasn't even negotiable. If you did not go to Sunday, we weren't out the house. So I'm going.
I'm gonna go out.
Absolutely, you had to go to Sunday school. That's all there was to it.
Right. I remember those days. Now you get older, have a little more freedom.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. Another question: if you could live anywhere besides in Pennsylvania area or just in general, where would you want to live?
If I could live anywhere besides Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
I would either go to Georgia, because I loved
I like
Atlanta,
Atlanta.
or I would go North Carolina.
So down south.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Atlanta. I have friends that live in North Carolina too, but Atlanta is the homes are really nice.
Mm-hmm.
My mom always said Atlanta or Florida she'd want to retire to, so she could kind of do essentially the same thing, take a home and she watches a lot of HGTV.
Oh, me too.
And renovate it and do the Property Brothers and all that.
Right,
so
right,
that's
right.
kind of her thing. I feel like those are places you could do all this and tour.
Well, see, that's it. I don't know about you guys, but I hate cold.
I do too.
I can't stand it. I can't stand the snow. Once or twice, okay, but this snow, it's getting too much.
What was it, last Friday when it snowed?
Birthday spray.
I was like, oh my Yeah, it was a lot, and it was coming down heavy.
Yeah.
Well, I live in Pottstown. We got over 6 inches,
Yeah.
so it was like ridiculous, you know.
I think I heard we're supposed to get one more day, but I don't know. I hope not.
I hope not
I
either.
can't take it anymore.
You and I don't think a whole lot of other people. It's just too much. It really is. It's depressing.
It is.
When I was a kid, we loved it, man. We're gonna get school off,
Right.
you know.
That's honestly what we look forward to. They do post school a lot just because of the roads and stuff like that.
Right.
But still, it puts us behind in work because we still have to get our work done.
Right.
So,
I
it's
understand
like no school. When we were younger, okay.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah, but now we have to drive in it. Like I commute, and it's like a
Wow.
35, 40-minute commute, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to drive in this. You know?
Right. I understand that. Wow.
Late delays don't always do a lot. Right?
No.
There's still traffic.
Yeah.
But where do you commute from?
Westchester?
I mean, oh my God.
But I don't mind it. I went to grade school out here, so I'm used to the commute. It doesn't even faze me. But
Okay. So what do you come down 202 every day?
no, I take Westchester Pike or I take back roads.
Oh, okay.
Parallel to Westchester Pike.
Okay, come down 320.
Then Westchester Pike, and then to 252, and then
Okay.
back that way.
Right. I got you. I kind of follow you where you are.
Yeah. Because it's like, oh, the back road dudes, I don't know if you know them or not.
I know.
I just end up on, King of Pressure, right?
Right. I know what you're doing.
Yeah, but I know how to get there from 320 as well.
Okay.
I'll walk.
You will, yeah.
And even then, I'm like, oh my god, just walk. It's so far.
But wait, our campus isn't that big. Like other friends of mine, they had like 20
I
minute
know
walks
that,
between
yeah,
their
but for them
buildings.
it feels like not as bad. But for me, when I'm walking, I'm like, oh my god, can this place be any further? Especially the gym is the furthest thing I need to get to.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Get a bike.
It's not that bad when it's nice out,
Yeah.
but in the cold, it'll seem much worse.
windy and it gets dark fast, and it's just like, I try to plan my day. I stay in the school building all day long until I need to go to my room, so I never have to come back out.
I just seen one of my cousins. She came home my cousin had a 65th birthday party, and she goes to college in Chicago. And I'm like, do you like it, Jessica?
I have a hunch
She said, Faith, I love it up here.
Right, Chicago.
She said, you should come visit. I said, no, I won't, honey.
We have a friend, she loves it in Chicago. We said we were gonna come visit. I think I've been once, but it was just in the airport, like a delay. But I hear Chicago, people love it in Chicago. I think I go to visit, but I think it's cold. It's too cold there too.
She said, it's so cold up there. And she said, but she has like some kind of face mask that she wears, and she wears all this stuff. I'm like, are you kidding me? Why? I said, all the colleges around, why there? She said, I love it. I said, are you gonna stay up there? She said, yep, I'm not coming back.
And she used to live in
She
Pennsylvania.
lives in Norristown, yeah.
Oh. See, I know where Norristown is. I do a mentoring program at Norristown, like middle school, I guess it is. So I know that, and then I worked at like the PAL Center. So I know that. That's pretty much what I know in Norristown.
Yeah, her parents live not too far from the PAL Center. They're like on the outskirts of Norristown. And her one sister, she graduated from Bloomsburg
Okay.
2 years ago. And then she went to Japan and did studies over there. So now she's back. So she's done.
Right.
So now it's Jessica, and then she has a brother that starts next year. So.
Do you think you'll ever move back to? Do you want to ever move back to the Mount Pleasant area, or you like where you are right now?
I wouldn't mind moving back. I mean, because I don't have anybody up there. You know what I mean? And I do like it up there, but everything I do is down here. Everything. I do my marketing on the way from Norristown. I do that down here. Everything else I do is down here. I don't do anything in Pottstown at all, but live there.
You love your home.
Yeah, that's it.
Which is also pretty good because, like you were saying, you have a lot of family that lives in here. So that's pretty. I mean, at least all your family's in one location where it's like it's kind of home no matter what.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. I like that. A lot of my family we live pretty close to New York to one another, but then of course everybody lives somewhere else. So.
Right. Well, sometimes that's a good thing. You don't want them too close, but they always want to borrow some sugar or something. Some sugar or some money.
Right. Can you watch your film? No, I can't. I'm not home. Got my roommate. She has family that lives literally, her doors, they share the same step. And it's like nice. So she's like, I love it, but I hate it.
I know.
It's like, it's no privacy. It's like, you can't go anywhere without somebody knowing where you are.
They know who comes to visit you. Oh, I saw so over your house.
Like, oh, really?
What's he doing over there? Oh, no.
But that's a good thing, because then you have somebody always there if you need them. But
Would you like to see anything improve in Mount Pleasant or anything change in Mount Pleasant?
I can't really say because I'm not here.
Right.
Details on a deadly interstate crash in Burlington County, New Jersey.
I really don't.
Who was struck and killed by a tractor trailer on I-295 in
Not really.
Okay.
State police say
I don't. I guess if I lived here, I could really speak on it, but I don't. Seems like everybody's okay to me. I don't know.
right.
So.
Smith and the car. The teenager was pronounced dead at the scene. Stratman was not injured.
Yeah, I think we're gonna cover all
Remains
the
under
points.
investigation.
The one thing they do that is nice every year, they started having a like a reunion thing up at the community center.
Is that where near, like behind it, there's a park? Like,
Right.
basketball
Right.
Yeah, we went there.
Yeah, they have they put like tents up and they have like hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff like that. And people that were from Mount Pleasant or the surrounding areas, they come and people that you haven't seen in a long time. So it's nice to do that because usually the only time you see somebody is at somebody else's funeral.
Right.
And that's really sad. So.
That shows how close to the community you guys were, that you still want to get together and come back here.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're saying. A lot of people lose connection and then
Right.
time flies by and it's like, what happened?
Right. And like Saturday, it was one of my cousins' 65th birthday. So his birthday actually was like March the 7th, and then one of his sisters was March the 21st, and then his other sister was March the 28th.
March is a good month.
So they told him, well, they were going to have a surprise birthday party for him. Well, somehow he found out and he said absolutely not. So what they had to do was have it on his sister's birthday. And so she told him that she's having a birthday party, but actually it was for him. So on the invitations, they wrote, it's a birthday party reunion, because some people he hadn't seen in 35, 40 years. So when he walked in and everybody said surprise, he's like looking around like, well, he thought she was in back of him. He's like, and then and then she's standing in front of him, and he's going, and then it took him a while to click. This is for me. But there was, he had tears in his eyes because there was people he had not seen in years, 35, 40 years. People I hadn't seen, I'm like, oh my God. You see somebody you knew their face, but you couldn't remember what their name was.
Right.
Because I hadn't seen some of them in so long, But it was nice, very nice.
That's exciting.
But see, he's from Norristown, and he lives in Jersey.
Okay.
So.
It's harder for him.
Mm-hmm. But everybody's got their families or moved away or this and that, So Mount Pleasant is a little bit easier because most of the people are around here somewhere.
Right.
They're just not as far away as he is. So, but it was very nice thing.
This is the team's third annual ride.
Yes, thank you so much for your time. And
Okay.
appreciate it.
So now what do you do with this?
Now,
transcribe it. We're collecting oral histories of Mount Pleasant to, preserve the memory of it and what it was. And we've been doing, our professor's been doing this for years now, so I'm not sure quite. I know we're presenting at our school symposium, like overview of what we did and, interesting facts that we found out about Mount Pleasant. And share it with the rest of the school and other community members.
and I actually think Eastern is holding, or one other school is holding, like kind of all the information, oral history that students have taken over the years, and all their different like artifacts that they have.
Yeah, they had like
a room.
Yeah.
And
Oh, okay.
And putting everything in. So pretty good because other kids in our class, for people that they might have interviewed like even last semester or last year aren't even here anymore, or they're sick. And so what they do is, I know Dr. Schwartz was saying they try to keep in touch. So if people that are sick, they send them cards, just so like they're still, we remember whoever like did live in the community. So,
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
it's interesting. It's been good. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I had my mentor from my freshman year. She lived down the street, and I had been here, and I never knew. I was like, Mount Pleasant. I was like, I don't know where that is, but it was only really right down the street.
Oh,
So I
okay.
had been to her home. I'd been on the street, and I never
Oh,
knew
wow.
until we came over and we had the tour. So
Okay.
it was a pretty good experience. I like it. The class has been like really interesting overall. So
Absolutely.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
it definitely has taught us a lot about communities in terms of college students, because again, we live on campus. Well, I live on campus, but you live home, so it's not the same. But I can imagine how college students could be right in other towns. So
Tyler, you ever had a problem with them college kids? You probably up there partying with them.